As long as we get the audio, I can always post it on YouTube if they screw me again. As long as we get the recording, I can always put the audio up. All right. Facebook. All right, everybody. Here we are with the Valentine's Day edition of the Alpha Male Show. How's everybody out there doing in La La Land? I got my boy Steve out there with me, Joel, William. What's going on, boys? Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's having themselves a good Valentine's Day, or as I like to call it, Single Awareness Day. For all you suckers, I mean couples who, you know, get to enjoy the night out and all that. Screw you all. I'm staying home, or actually I'll be here in studio, being the single justice warrior that I am. So, what's been going on with you people this week? I've had a fun-filled week. I'm going to start off with our movie updates. So far, we've had 4, potentially 5 roles, maybe 6 roles filled for my upcoming movie. Joe Devereaux, Paul Bonanno, what's going on, guys? Good to see you. Hey, Gene's here, but I can see Gene, so that doesn't count. I got 4 of the roles filled. I got a 5th role. I'm still looking to see where to plug this person in. And I got a 6th. I'm waiting on them to get back to me. Kush, what's going on? Let's see what else is going on. We will be we'll be putting together a Kickstart party for the movie. Maybe several. I might do 1 or 2. I might just do one big one. I haven't really decided yet. I got a meeting actually after this show to discuss where we're at with the meeting. Oh, funny, Kush. No, Dave Hodge is going to come by later and crawl under the table. What's going on, Danielle? I know it's you because I see the emoji. Yeah, I think Hodge is dating his hand, Kush, but I'm not really sure. But he's supposed to be by later to crawl under the table right after the show. Possibly during, depending how bad things go. Anyway, but that's the movie updates. We've filled 4 roles, possibly a 5th. And like I said, I got a couple of Kickstart parties. Joe, what's going on? Joey Ventosa in the house. Okay. Last week, I'm gonna hammer social media because screw them. Last week, both my Facebook and my YouTube videos were brought down and deleted, and I'm not really sure why. I would guess that just by flipping through some of my notes, they don't like. Apparently, one of them must own Delilah's in Philadelphia because I was bashing the hell out of that place last week. But I'm not really sure what the issue was. This week in Ed, just to give you a heads up, the LGB seniors, grand champions of Ramapo High School, they won the entire tournament. So good luck, girls. Their pictures up on my Facebook page. Really proud of them. They worked their butts off, and they get what they deserve. Sometimes they get ripped off because any sport that is strictly based on judging is shady and illegitimate as far as I am concerned. But anyway, let's bank on some stuff that's been going on. I got, a lot of people say the whole illegal immigration thing, and I'm glad Danielle and Joe are here because they're going to know who I'm talking about. Hey, my big man Crowbar's in the house. What's going on there, Crowbar? Love you, brother. Good to see Chris Ford in the house. I'll be plugging our well, since Chris is here, I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna plug our March 24th Rescue Mania at Fairly Ridiculous University. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's at Felician University, not Fairly Ridiculous. It's Felician University. I'll be the guest announcer. I'll be hosting the event. It'll be on GoPro. They'll be putting it up on their screen, so I will be. I'll be doing play-by-play for that, along with Cheyenne Ortiz, the Indian Mexican. Also, main event will be Chris Ford against Adam Payne, and I believe Chico Santana and Little Guido will be in the house. So all that's going to be fun. But anyway, there's been all this talk about DACA, illegal immigrants, and well, whatever else we can, whatever else they can throw in there. Should we keep them? Should we get rid of them? I mean, I'm a big proponent of getting rid of them because they're no stinking good. But my buddy Joey Ventosa and Danielle, they're going to know who I'm talking about, so I won't have to mention their name because I'm actually friends with the person this hit. It really hit home. This person had some issues in the past. She was a citizen. She came over here when she was 2. Her parents turned her into a citizen. After they turned her into a citizen, she decided to steal a lot more money than she should have tried stealing. She got herself caught. She went to the pokey. She did her time, and hey, Anthony Moriano, what's going on, buddy? Jay Santos, what's happening? Good to see everybody. Anyway, my friend got herself, they pulled her immigration status, and after 10 years going back and forth checking in with immigration, they finally deported her, and they deported her back to Italy. I can think of worse places to go, to be honest with you. I'm going to get deported somewhere. I hope it's somewhere where I get to sleep through lunch in the afternoons. But I got to be honest, as bad as I feel for her, as bad as I feel for her husband and her daughter and her 2 ugly dogs, and they are ugly dogs, you get what's coming to you. Take care of your stuff. It's a privilege to be in this country. It's not a right. If you're born here, then you belong here. If you weren't born here, then follow the rules or you're going home. And that's what they did. They sent her home. It's a sad state of affairs, but we're gonna do what we can to see if we can get her back. But I'm not so sure how. I know they have lawyers working on it, so I'm not gonna get too in depth with it. But it's a shame that it happened. But again, you are correct, Danielle. If you play, you pay, and she played and she paid. But sometimes when you play, you hit the jackpot, like, in Vegas. But that's never happened to me, so I wouldn't know. If I did, I wouldn't be here. God, it's hot in here. Maybe I'm just fat and having a stroke or a heat something. But, geez, it's warm in this place. That's all right. Leave it be warm. I'm big and fat. I can use the sweat. Look at that. He's bringing in all the cold air by opening the door. Next thing you know, there's going to be a golden retriever jumping up on the table. All right. So anyway, let me get back to. I'm not going to harp on the whole legal immigrant thing because, hey, like we said, that's what happens. Let's go to something. I saw a video this week and I posted it on my Facebook page. I hope everybody saw it. I know I love this post. I love this video that was on there. This emo, annoying little kid who has like light greenish snot colored hair decided he was going to be a tough guy and sit down during the national anthem. So a kid wearing a American flag T-shirt walked over to him in his big cowboy, well, his big working boots, his Timbs, and he just kicked the chair right out from under this kid and dumped him on his head, and then went back to standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I applaud this kid. This kid's a hero to me. Good for him. Because he was catching flack from his teachers for all of that, and good for him. He really he did the right thing, kicking that emo annoying kid who has no reason he's sitting down other than he wants to be, look at me, look what I'm doing. I'm being rebellious. I'm sitting down. No, stand up, you jerk. But anyway, somebody, and I be honest with you, I don't remember who, commented that on my Facebook wall, and this is where I'm going to go with this. This dude comments, he goes, he has a right to sit down if he wants to, and if that happened to me, I'd call the cops and have the police come and I'd press charges. I couldn't have seen a more snowflake response to anything I've ever done. So what I did was I immediately just deleted this jackoff's account because he was just trolling to get attention. I deleted his comments. I deleted him because you know what? I don't have time for trolls on my wall. If you don't like what I'm saying, guess what? Go soak your head in the toilet. I don't care. If you don't like what I'm saying, change the channel. Otherwise, go scratch your nutsack on your mother's chin, you lowlife. I don't care what you have to say. You think the emo kid has a right to sit down? I think that kid should have picked up that chair and hit him over his snot green hair with it until it was a normal color. And if that color was red, then that's fine. Because that's what that kid deserved. And I agree, Danielle, his parents are doing something right. I know it's you because there's an emoji. I'm just going to keep bragging about that, by the way. Okay. Now, that brings me to my next. Robert Lewis, Andrea, what's going on? This brings me up. Hey, Dave Hodge, what's going on? Kush was looking for you earlier. He thinks you're supposed to go out with him tonight or something. Allegedly. You have a Valentine's Day date on Single Awareness Day. All right, we already did that. Another thing coming up in the news again, Trump's attorney for some reason came out and said that, yeah, he paid Stormy Daniels to keep her mouth shut because Joe was driving. Good thing I'm in the studio. It's safe in here. He, apparently, okay, and Trump paid Stormy Daniels because he had sex with her and he wanted her to keep her mouth shut. I got to be honest with you, I don't see an issue with any of that. Okay? I'm telling you right now, if Stormy Daniels walked in here, I'd sniff her panties. There's no way I wouldn't be all over that broad if she walked in here right now. Okay? Stormy Daniels is hot. She's got a great body. She's pretty. And Donald Trump banging her does not offend me in the least. The fact that he paid her off just so his extremely, extremely hot and gorgeous wife wouldn't find out and wouldn't leave him and take him for all kinds of money, I support him behind that 100%. If I was him, I'd keep denying it because you have to. Hey, my brother Donnie Carbone is in the house. What's going on there, Donnie? Yeah, but I can't blame Trump for paying off Stormy Daniels to keep her mouth shut. And I don't blame Trump for trying to not have his piece of ass of a wife finding out. I mean, anybody getting upset over this has got to be retarded or gay. How do you get upset over that? Jesus Christ, both of them are drop dead gorgeous. The only thing that bothers me about that is that he's got all that money to bang both of them. All right, I'm stuck. I'm going to have to go over Hodges' house and hope he's got a hooker there. Crying out loud. Speaking of hookers, any hookers available? I'll be free after the show. What's going on, Donnie? How you doing, bud? How are the kids? I miss all you guys. All right. Now, I'm gonna get back to ripping up Facebook and YouTube for deleting my videos. It's happened a couple of times with Facebook. It happened last week with YouTube. Look, I don't know what vile propaganda you people have going on. I don't know. I don't know what's stuck in your craw, and I got to be honest, I don't care. I'm gonna post the videos anyway. You guys want to take them down? Take them down. I have the audios. I am just gonna put the audios up, and I'll keep putting them up. I got nothing to do. I got nothing to do. I'll just keep putting them up. All right, just because I kind of lean a little towards the right. I mean, I got to be honest. I've said it before. I'll say it again. And maybe this is why you started deleting my Facebook videos, because it's happened a couple of times. In fact, ever since I had this little rant about the fact that the left and the right are both out of their minds, and the fact that they keep the country divided is exactly what they want. And it's up to us in the middle, and it's specifically up to the alpha males and the alpha females of the world to make sure this government gets in line, because for far too long we've sat back and let them do what they want, when they want, as often as they want. Really, that's interesting. Someone on my friends list hitting the spam button on my videos. Interesting. I'll have to find out who that is, and I'll have to punch them in their face. Hey, look. Grizzly Smith is here. It's Grizzly Smith. That's Jake Roberts' father. Never mind, Gene. Just sit back there. Thanks, John. I didn't notice. Go shave, would you? Who gave the intern the right to speak? Send them out to go get something to eat for everybody, crying out loud. Tell them to start putting the insulation down. Someone's got to know. God knows Ruben isn't. All right. All right. So anyway, Facebook, YouTube, you can go scratch your nuts. I'm just going to keep posting because I have all the audio I need. I agree, Eddie. We need to start. Well, I like the idea of finding our government, because our government is a little on the ridiculous side. People can try and delete my videos all they want. It's fine. That's not going to stop this show, and it's not going to stop me from saying and doing exactly what I want to do. And it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop anything. So it's. I'm just going to keep coming on. I'm going to keep doing what I do, so they can delete all they want, and pretty soon I'll have all my audios up on YouTube, and I'll put them up on Twitter. I'll put them anywhere I can, and pretty soon I'll be working towards getting everything on iHeartRadio, and we're going to be going out to a few more stations. So we're gonna work on that. And here's a big thing, since I'm yelling at Facebook. And I'm yelling at YouTube, and I'm yelling at social media in general. There's a big movement on both. It mostly comes from the liberal end, but it comes from the conservative end too. There's way too many people. Just no one listens. Okay, all they do is insult each other. You know, liberals are insulting conservatives, conservatives insulting liberals. Everyone, you know, who's insulting the president, who's insulting the former president. You know what, people? No one's listening to you anymore. It's getting to a point where it's just irritating and annoying. And if you really, I'm going to tell you, especially on the liberal end, if you think by just insulting everybody and calling everyone names that people are going to go, oh, well, I don't want them to insult me anymore, so I'm going to vote for the other guy next time. You're going to get another 4 years of Donald Trump, whether you like it or not. And behind him, you're going to have Scott Baio as president. So keep it up. Okay, because there is a silent majority in this country who doesn't want to listen to you anymore. Yeah, if you have something of, there, and I don't want to put it on all of them because some of them actually try and put stuff out there, but the problem is the news they are getting, and I'm not just saying, hey, CNN is fake news. Yeah, CNN is kind of fake news. They've been caught in 100 lies, and they keep apologizing for it. Fox News isn't any better. They're just conservative on the right wing. As long as you guys keep just insulting people, your point isn't going to come across. Stop getting your fake news. Start listening to the other side and why Donald Trump got voted in. Let me tell you why he got voted in. Hillary was a crook. Barack Obama is a crook. You don't think he's a crook? Let me explain to you the healthcare system. Here's what they did with the healthcare system. The day before he got into office, I could have went to any website. I could have went to Prudential. I could have went to Liberty Mutual. I could have went anywhere and bought health insurance. It's not like it wasn't available to me. All he did was force us to buy it. And then if we didn't buy it, they were going to take our tax return money. So the only people who got anything out of that was the government and the insurance companies. And I'm sure Trump is going to be doing the same things because, everyone goes, oh, well, he's doing this and he's connected to this and he's making money with this. And I get that's, again, politicians who are making a couple of $100,000 a year are living in $1 million mansions. Okay? It's corrupt, and it's all corrupt on the sweat and ass breaking of our work. Now, enough is enough. Enough of this political silliness. And I'm going to move on. Jen Garrett in the house. Hello, Jen. It's good to see you, hon. Our reigning alpha female of last week. True champion of the people she is. Mostly a champion of the zoo animals, the exotic zoo animals. Anyone brave enough to hug a tiger or to go face-to-face and pet a bobcat is my kind of woman. Now let's get to something a little bit more fun. And that's the fact that today is one of my favorite days of the year. Let me explain to you why. It's got nothing to do with being Single Awareness Day or Valentine's Day for you people who are coupled off. Today is pitchers and catchers reporting to camp. First workouts, baby. Baseball season is upon us, which means spring is creeping in. Means all of a sudden, I'm dressed for the occasion. So I got to say, I love when pitchers and catchers report. I love spring. I love the smell of first spring. And pitchers and catchers coming in is the first start of it. Now, before I get any further and go into another story, because I do have a few more for you that should be damn entertaining, I'm going to go into a laundry list. Just a laundry list of my sponsors. Darlene, stop with the Me Too thing. You hugged a bear. Do you have pictures of you hugging a bear? Where's your pet leopard? Did you kill it? I want to see this stuff. I love you, Darlene. I love your husband, Steve. You're great people. Jen, I looked into getting awards for that. I'll be having something out to you real soon, sooner than later. But I looked into it today, so I got to make a decision on how I'm going to do it. But I want it to be something nice for everybody who won. And the only one who's going to have it are going to be you guys. I won't even have one myself because I haven't been the alpha male nor the alpha female. So, anyway, we're going to run down my favorite part of the show. It's called our sponsors. So, if you are in the Lyndhurst area, go to Josie's Pizzeria. Give them a call, 201-933-1966, or go to josiespizzeria.com. They're located at 228 Stuyvesant Avenue in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Go in there, tell them the Alpha Male Show sent you, and they will hook you up. Don't say that, Jen, because I'll drop my pants right here on the show. I have zero morals or anything like that. I'll drop my pants anywhere. The fact that it'll break the screen and the internet will come crashing down in one felt swoop doesn't escape me. But anyway, go to Josie's Pizzeria. Tell them the Alpha Male Show sent you. They'll give you a slice. They'll hook you up real well with plenty of food. The food is excellent. You can get yourself a nice 40-inch pizza, which I tried eating all by myself once. Also, they got the Fat Boy or anything you want. It's just excellent Italian food. One of the best restaurants. Sal's a great guy. Everybody who works there is awesome. And his pizzeria will be in one of the scenes of my movie Topless World. So everyone's going to be... Damn, Jen, I was hoping you were talking to me. I had a feeling you were talking to Darlene, though. I was still hoping you were talking to me. So, as we go on, this newly booked in, March the 10th, on Route 35. Our lovely, one of my favorite places in the world to go to is Black Betty's, and I will be doing the Nasty Show at Black Betty's in the Herpes Room, downstairs from the strip club. We'll be doing stand-up comedy. It'll be me, Anthony Ennis, Jeffrey Paul, and a host of other great comics. Everybody should come out and pack the place up. It's definitely going to be a fun evening of comedy. Also, Atlantic City Comedy Club. Go to acjokes.com. Reach out to Matt Bridgestone. Get yourself some seats. If you're going to be in Atlantic City, you're not going to want to miss out on whatever show he's got going on down there. Everybody down there is hysterically funny. You had Anthony Ennis out there this weekend. I believe Lonnie Bray is out there this upcoming weekend. Definitely worth the trip. Go to acjokes.com. Also, my newest and favorite, one of my favorites, North Jersey Alliance Football Club. They are, they got kids clinics going on. You go to North Jersey Alliance FC that's their, North Jersey Alliance FC is their Facebook page. You go there, you can click on their website, get some great gear. They got some really good stuff out there. Great bunch of people. They run clinics for kids and that, teaching them how to play soccer. So if that's kind of stuff, you want your kid to get into soccer, that's who you want to go in with. Hey, Mrs. C is with me, Sandra Carbone. How you doing, Mrs. C? Good to see you. Your son was in here before. I don't know where he went. I think he heard you were coming and he ran away. It's possible. Also, March the 24th, Rescue Mania, headlined by Crowbar versus Adam Payne, Tito Santana, Little Guido, a host of other characters, and all of it hosted and announced by one Cheyenne Ortiz and Ed the Big Kahuna Ruffalo, all going to be doing time. It's going to be a great night of wrestling action. I'll be in Boston the night before, but I'll be traveling from Boston to Felician College in Rutherford, New Jersey, just to Dave Hodge is looking to play with you. Dave Hodge looks like a soccer ball. He's round like one. You don't want him on the team. His kid, maybe. Hey, Donnie's still here. What's going on, Donnie? Kathy Drake in the house, Dwayne Murphy. Oh, it's good to see all these shining new faces. Also, since it is now, just because today is Valentine's Day, if you didn't go to GiselleBella.com. It's still time to get her something nice in case you forgot. Giselle will make you something really cool. And don't forget, March the 14th, my favorite holiday of the year, Steak and Blowjob Day. Ladies, start making some steaks for your guys. Pick out a nice T-bone or a porterhouse. Something nice. All right, Monday nights from 7 to 9, Uncomfortably Funny podcast comes from you from Pet Cemetery Studios. Everybody tune in on either Facebook, Ustream, or Periscope. All that stuff is hosted by Dave Hodjanowski, Shay Farrell, and Anthony Ennis. Definitely worth the tune in. If you haven't, I was guest host this past Monday, so tune into that show. You never know when I'm going to be on. I'm on there more than some of the hosts are, to be honest with you. Generally, Animal House Radio will follow our show from 8:30 to 10:30, but not this week because Carlo had to interrupt last week from his 47 weeks off to come in, but he will be off again this week because he's making smoochies with his girlfriend, and he won't be here. Also, all of this is brought to you from HamiltonRadio.net, which, without HamiltonRadio.net, you wouldn't have all this useless information I am filling your heads with. So, everybody, download HamiltonRadio.net, tune in, and you can listen to this either on your ride home or in your car, on your computer, in your bathroom while you're taking a dump. I know that's when I listen to the radio. So you have all that. Now, geez, that took up like half the show. I think I got like 10 minutes worth of plugs in there. I'm going to go after another one here. I'm going to bash on. I may even start. I think I'm going to start giving out loser of the week. And this week's loser of the week would be Alexander Polinsky. Let me tell you, this little sawed-off runt of a punk. Gisela does make beautiful jewelry, Darlene. Thank you. Did you buy anything for Steve? Did you get him one of them little snowmen they make? No? Terrible. So anyway, Alexander Polinsky, this little snot-nosed punk, is trying to gain 15 more minutes of fame on the back of Scott Baio. Oddly enough, they won't file charges against Scott. They're just like making accusation after accusation after accusation. They're on social media. Now they have lawyers. Who are you trying to kid? Scott Baio already debuffed everything Nicole Eckert said. He had audio of her on I believe it was Gawker, saying that she wasn't with Scott until after Charles in Charge. She was already like 19 years old. He blew her out of the water. Now they bring out this kid who looks like he's so strung out on God knows what drugs he's on. He's got a 7 head instead of a 4 head because it's just gigantic. And he's trying to say Scott Baio wasn't whipping it out in front of you. He didn't want to have sex with you. Scott Baio's a good guy. He's got a good family. You just keep trying to make him look bad. You know what? He was named when he came out on Facebook and showed the videos with all the tapes, and his wife grabbed him and shook him a few times. He came out and proved that he was. He was innocent of everything she was accusing him of. Our boy Scott was named Alpha Male of the Week that week. And he still has the support of the Alpha Male show. We're behind you, Scott. We're not buying anything they're throwing at you. And it's sad that you guys are going through this. But, it is what it is. Now, but since we brought up the Alpha Male and Alpha, all the Alpha family, we're gonna go into a sad but not so sad. Hang on. Let's see. Steve is telling me they had 1 black bear, 1 Bengal, Reeves muntjac deer, and 3 Arctic foxes. What do you have going on in your house, Steve? I'm a little curious what you have. My landlord gets upset if I want a puppy, and you people have Bengal tigers roaming around in your house. Let's see. You rescued many different animals. Steve is one of the animals you've rescued. Steve finally put his foot down when he wanted to help a Bengal tiger about 12 years ago. And you had a goose. You had 1 goose. I'm confused. I gotta stop reading this. I don't know exactly what my audience is doing. Apparently, my audience has Bengal tigers and cheetahs, and I'm not going over Steve's house. If he invites me, I am not coming because I'm going to get mauled by a lion the second I open the door. Apparently, they have a black bear roaming around in the living room. What kind of wacky place is this? Don, you shouldn't have a hamster. Your daughters have enough to take care of with you. The last thing you need is a hamster. Besides, if a hamster dies, you just flush it down the toilet and get a new one. Kids don't even know the difference. All right. Now, let me see. Where am I? Oh, here's one that's been going on for a while. Some of you may know. Some of you may not know. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me back up one. Let me back up a little bit. I don't want to say where the gerbil is going to go, Darlene. Right, you bring that gerbil here, I'm putting it to good use. I'm just telling you. All right, we're gonna jump on this because we're trying something new here. We've actually put the pictures of our alpha male and alpha females on the screen for all our Facebook viewers and YouTube viewers to see. This week are kind of a sad time since it's Single Awareness Day. It should be sad for all them suckers who are in Valentine's Day. Steve has no loins. So you have no pants? That's what you're telling me? You were the country's largest animal wholesaler. That sounds kinky, Steve. And the fact that you're not wearing loins is just turning me on. Anyway, back to my alpha male and female of the week before Steve and Darlene get me all worked up here. Our alpha male of the week is former comic. He was part of Allen and Burns. He was the originator of Hello There. And that's the great Marty Allen who passed away this week. He was 95 years old. We used to be able to see it on Facebook, but now Gene's like reorganizing the screen so everyone can't see it. You know, it was fine before, so we have to adjust it. That's how our technical team works here. If things are working right, we have to disturb it so it stops working properly. That's why 2 weeks ago the show just shut down and it was ridiculous. I lost all my viewers by like 15 minutes in. I did 45-minute show. I'm talking to myself here for 45 minutes. That's what's going to happen here. Gene's going to shut everything down again. Yeah. That's because Gene is all worked up. His wife is here. Hi, Sandy. She's hiding behind the board because she doesn't think I see her. She's behind the new big screen TV we have here. But anyway, that's our boy Marty Allen. Died of pneumonia at 95 years old this week. Rest in peace, buddy. Hang on. We're giving out best wishes. Let's see. Best wishes and condolences to the Foghat family. They lost a great man and the best bass player last week after a long battle with cancer. Craig McGregor. Yes, Craig McGregor passed away last week. Reaching out to him for condolences. But since this show is based on comedy and not music, because I couldn't play an instrument if you hit me over the head with a guitar, my pick for alpha male will be Marty Allen, but we still send out a lot of love to Craig McGregor and the Foghat family. We love those guys. They're big supporters of the Animal House radio show, which is my show that goes on after the alpha male show whenever the rest of the hosts decide they want to show up and do anything, which isn't today because the host and co-host are busy making smoochies. So they can't be here, you know, because you only live with one another 365 days out of the year. But then one day we have a show. Let's call the show off because it's Valentine's Day and we can't come in. Unbelievable. Like you can't take her out tomorrow night. They can't go, well, we got a radio show tonight, so let's go out Thursday night. It'll be easier to get reservations, and we won't have to be clumped in with all the rest of them phonies who hate one another sitting in a restaurant. Take a look across the table at the next table. Those two people hate one another 364 days a year. It's the one day they're sitting there, they actually can stomach the sight of each other. And you two have to pick tonight to go out. You better come in with good stories next week, because I'm not giving up Out of My House Radio this week for silliness. I want to hear about some people pulling knives on one another, shooting at each other, strangling one another, cursing one another out in the restaurant. Enough of this ridiculous nonsense. It's all nonsense. It's a holiday made up by Hallmark so they can sell you cards. It's as corrupt as our politicians. It's not anything at all like a normal, wholesome, quality holiday like March 14th, which is Steak and Blowjob Day. That's a wholesome holiday. It brings people together, not like this silly Valentine's Day, which is all a sham. It's a sham. Buy people chocolate. Good. Clog your arteries. Give yourself pimples. All for chocolate. It's ridiculous. Crying out loud. You should be ashamed of yourselves. How dare you? Crying out loud. Enough of you people. Now, anyway, as I was saying, back to the alpha female of the week. A lot of you might not know who our alpha female is. Looking at her on the screen going, who's that old bag? Well, let me tell you, that's not just some old bag. That is the legendary Connie Sawyer. Poor lady had a heart attack this week. She was 105 years old. I got to be honest, I don't want to live to 105. That's why I try to eat myself into a coma every night. I'm trying to hope I don't make 55, and I haven't hit 50 yet. So I still have hope for that. But she was just recently on an episode of New Girl. She was the oldest living actress. She's done movies with Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, the whole Rat Pack thing. She was in, I believe, Forrest Gump and a bunch of other movies that I saw the list of before but completely forgot now because I'm a little retarded. But the rant I went on was nice. So it really got out a lot of anger and issues I have. But now that I'm talking about angers and issues, we're going to go after somebody who dared to question me and challenge me this week. Because how dare she? How dare she? We're going to, I wish I had a pointer here. We need a pointer. That's what we need. We need one of those pointer sticks. Yeah, good. It's not helping me this week. We should have one already. Your lack of concern for everything is helpful, Gene. Yeah, I know. Everything's money. Do I have to go buy you a stick? It's a stick. Okay, that's all it is, a stick. There's a broom over there. You can use that as. You can use one of the microphone stands, but, you need money to go buy a pointer. It's a stick. You get a broken stick. You know what you do? Take some of that ripped up, disgusting wood that's out there that Ruben half-ass ripped up the room because he's supposed to be insulating. Take a piece of wood and use that rotted, disgusting, termite-ridden wood that's sitting in the hallway out there, and we'll use that as a pointer. How about that? Does it point? Can we use it to point, Sandy? Well, then it must be good. By the way, who's a cripple in this place? Someone apparently is a cripple. Sandy pulled out a cane. Somebody left a cane here? Who the hell left a cane here? Look at it. It's got like snot all over it. Oh, this thing is grotesque. Look, it's like 3 inches. Can anyone see that? It's like 3-4 inches just caked on snot on this cane. Oh, this is grotesque. Anyway, it'll serve my purpose because I only need to point to one thing, and that's right here. This donkey's ass right here, who had the nerve to challenge me this week. Oh, give me she loves me. I don't want to hear she loves me. Everybody loves me. We'll see how much everyone loves me come March 14th. By the way, anyone available for March 14th, I am available March 14th for Steak and Blowjob Day. So line up. If I have to eat 3 or 4 steaks in a day, I'm all up for it. This woman, some woman needs to be, I don't know. Steve, shouldn't you be petting a lion or something? I mean, go put on some pants, would you? Hey, my favorite Australian, Julie, Angelina Lorendi Giovinazzo. What's going on, Julie? Good to see you. Always a pleasure to see you down under. I wish you were down under this table right now, I'll tell you that much. That's right, I could say that I named her Alpha Female of the Week once. Yeah, Steve, in the middle of the show, I'll just stop and read an article. That'll be great. I'll pull out the newspaper and start reading. What am I, one of the religious shows on here? Anyway, back to yelling at Jerry Petito. She posted some God thing on her Facebook page months ago. And, yeah, just, that's fine. Leave your ringer on during my show. It's fine. Oh, well, since it's Ruben, it's okay. He can interrupt with my show. It's completely fine. Yeah, I'm doing a show, Ruben. It's fine. You know, don't come in or anything. You got 17 minutes to get here, Ruben. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, I just got a happy Valentine's from a very good friend of mine, Marsha Gilmore Hone. She's a sweetie. She's a sweetheart. I'm not celebrating Valentine's Day, though, Marsha. I'm celebrating Single Awareness Day. And I've also lost about 3 pounds ranting and screaming. But that's okay. Now, anyway, back to yelling at my friend Jerry Petito. Now, I love Jerry. She's a sweetheart. She's a very nice lady. She's great. But she posted this God-fearing thing on her wall about, I don't know, something about God. So I put up a meme on her wall called Jesus Loves Strippers. It's a picture of Jesus Christ with a stripper over each shoulder. Now, I call that stripper footprints in the sand. I know everyone likes the poem Footprints in the Sand with Jesus carrying. I think he was carrying those 2 strippers. I think it's a very religious meme. I thought you would like it. Instead, she decided to yell at me and unfriend me because Jerry is a lunatic. Now, I ran into her last week after not talking to her for several months because she's apparently out of her mind and is still upset with me over this. Hey, Monty Mason's in the house. What's going on, Monty? So anyway, Jerry gets all upset with me and starts yelling at me yesterday, demanding that I apologize to her. I hate to be the one to tell you, Jerry, but there's no way on God's green earth that I'm apologizing you because Jesus loves strippers. That's a stripper footprint in the stand meme made by Jesus, by holy people who truly do love strippers. You, on the other hand, even though you say you support hookers and strippers and all that stuff, I seriously doubt it because you were mad because there was a stripper meme on your wall. You were mad because I called you out because you have 75 shows on this station. It's no longer HamiltonRadio.net. It's Jerry Petito. I'm on every 5 minutes. That I have to hang a picture of me as a jackass on the wall behind me. And you have the nerve to tell me to apologize to you. Now, Jerry, I am a forgiving human being. What's going on, Rocco? I am a forgiving human being. I am a loving human being. I am the nicest person you will ever not want to meet. And let me explain something to you. I will forgive you when you are ready to realize how wrong you were and how much against Jesus and God you were during this whole entire fiasco. I will let you come, say you're sorry to me, and I will forgive you. Because I am a forgiving human being. I have God. He is on my side. He agrees with me. In fact, I believe it was Jesus himself, while he was out with 12 of his buddies, who created the lap dance. I'm sure there were some of them girls giving out lap dances. You just didn't see them. They didn't have pictures of that because they don't allow cameras in the strip club. They didn't allow them then. They don't allow them now. So, as much as I love you, Jerry, I'm just waiting for you to come, say you're sorry, and I will forgive you because I'm a forgiving person. Now, what have I missed? Bad night in Florida. What's going on in Florida there, Rocco? A bad night in Florida. What did it fall to 79 degrees? It's 25 degrees out here. We're freezing our asses off. Tell me how bad it is out there. Yeah, come up to Jersey. It's 400 degrees in the studio. I'm going to have a heart attack and die. I'm going to go outside. My system's going to go into anaphylactic shock from being up here. It's 400 degrees, and outside it's 20 below. 17 dead. That's it? I'm pretty sure I killed 17 people with my post tonight, Rocco. What the hell happened? Let's go. Apparently 17 people died in Florida tonight. Was it another shooting? Let me guess. Where was it? A school shooting. You know why there's school shootings? And I'm going to rant on this too because I'm sick of hearing about school shootings. These coward punks go into schools with all these guns and they start shooting people because they don't have the balls to walk into a police station. Walk into a police station, start shooting. Watch how quick somebody with a gun pulls out a gun and puts a bullet in your head. All right? You walk into schools because there's no guns in the schools and you know no one's going to shoot you back. You cowards. That's all you are. You're a coward. If you had any guts whatsoever, you're like the terrorists. Okay? Oh, we're a big tough terrorists. We're gonna use it. We're gonna take a plane. We're gonna hijack a plane and fly it into a building. We're gonna blow people up unsuspectingly. Be a man. Go up to somebody with a gun and try and shoot them. Watch them put a bullet in your head. Crying out loud. You second-rate homos. And I don't mean that in a gay way when I say homos. If you had any guts whatsoever, you won't walk into a school and start shooting. You won't walk into a church and start shooting. You'd walk into a police station and start shooting. I tell you what, go to a local gun shop and start firing off in there. See how quick someone puts a bullet in your head. All right, enough with this nonsense. You're gutless and you're cowards. You think you're tough guys. That's why you go into schools to shooting. Oh, I'm gonna go to school. And I'm gonna get a lot of attention because I'm gonna go shoot up a school. You're a punk. If you were a man, you'd walk into a gun shop, or you'd go to one of them gun shows where they say, oh well, everyone. I agree 100%, Steve. This is what happens when you don't beat your kids because the kids aren't afraid of anything. They're not afraid of a goddamn thing. They think they get away with everything. They think everything's a joke. You can't beat me. I'll call Dyfus. Call Dyfus. I wish you would. I'll dial the number. I got a speed dial in my phone. Go ahead, call them. Go live with someone else. Get out of my house. The hell is wrong with you people? Tough guy. I'm going to go into a school. I'm going to shoot up a school. That'll teach them. Yeah, tough guy. Shooting a bunch of little kids. I'll tell you what, you want to be a real tough guy? You want to be a real man? Walk into a police station, whip out your guns there and start firing like the Terminator did. Drive the car right through the front door. And then pull out your guns and start blasting. See how quick they put a bullet in your head, you dummies. You're a bunch of cowards. Everybody wants to take guns away from us. You don't need to take guns away from us. You need to put armed security inside of every school. It's sickening. It's sad. But if you put armed security at the doors of every school, when they walk in, they eat a bullet. And for that matter, how are these people getting into schools with guns? I go to school and pick up my grandson. I'm telling you, they got cameras on my head, everything. They're asking me what I want. They won't. I'm patted down. I got 45 friggin' 90-year-old women coming out, frisking me, punching me in the head, lunch aids, asking me for social security numbers, everything else. These people are just walking into schools like the doors are wide open. What are you people doing to protect our kids? Absolutely nothing. Crying out loud. I got to pick up my grandson. The school goes on lockdown when I ring the doorbell. They tell the kids, you ring the doorbell, they get into school, they have big cameras, comes right down in your head. The kids are diving under tables. And this all because I want to go pick up my grandson 10 minutes early to take him to a doctor's appointment. Meanwhile, these guys are walking in with AK-47s, just blasting the whole place up. My God, what the hell is wrong with you people? Oh, by the way, it's Single Awareness Day for those who aren't aware. It's Valentine's Day to you couples. Now, since we're rolling down to the last 10 minutes of our show, actually 9 minutes now, because we're only going an hour, we're going to try and get out of here a little early so Gene can take his wife home and go buy a steak. I agree, Rocco. You got to go through how are these kids getting into schools? How do people get into schools with all this weaponry? I can't walk into school. I need ID. They fingerprint me. They're taking mug shots of me. They want my social security number. I think that's just because they're smuggling in illegal immigrants, but they still want it. Might have a heart attack here tonight. Anyway, the best thing for a heart attack is Josie's Pizzeria, 228 Stuyvesant Ave. Give them a call, 201-933-1966. That's 228 Stuyvesant Ave in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Go to josie'spizzeria.com for all your food needs. If you're in the Lyndhurst area, I can't stress enough, go to this place. Eat the food. The food is great. Tell them Ed from the Alpha Male Show sent you. The show is going to be featured in my upcoming movie, Topless World. It's going to be fantastic. Do they still have libraries, Rocco? I haven't been to a library in years. What the hell you go to a library for? You get everything on the internet. Talk about a waste of funds. Library. Nobody reads a book anymore. Do they? I don't know. I never read a book. Don't go by me. I'm against reading. It's bad for you. So is exercise. Also, people, Atlantic City Comedy Club. Go to acjokes.com. If you're in the Atlantic City area, you're going to Atlantic City, you're going to want to check out the Atlantic City Comedy Club, run by my buddy Matty Bridgestone. Great shows, funny comics. Everybody down there is top notch. He doesn't just let any comic in. He makes sure you have. He wants quality people down there, and he makes sure that he keeps the best of the best coming through his club. So definitely check out the AC Comedy Club if you're in the Atlantic City area. Also, my friends at the North Jersey Alliance Football Club. Go to North Jersey Alliance. Yeah, North Jersey Alliance FC on Facebook. Click on their website. Get yourself some great gear. Go out and watch the games. They're going to have schedules up soon. Go watch the games. Tell everybody you heard about them from the Alpha Male Show. Really great bunch of guys. You know, kids clinics. If you want to sign your kid up for a kids clinic to run a nose this, I believe this spring or maybe this summer, definitely reach out to them. They're all good guys. Good group of people. I've done shows for them. Definitely worth checking them out. And March 24th, Rescue Mania. See Crowbar wrestle the mighty Adam Payne for the first ever title. This is all for a fundraiser for the Rutherford Fire Department. Be hosted by the great Cheyenne Ortiz and myself, Ed Ruffalo, doing the announcing for the night and the hosting of the event. Should be great stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So get your tickets now. I know the VIPs are sold out or pretty close. Tickets are going fast. So definitely reach out and get yourself some tickets. They're pretty cheap. It's like $20. $20 for a night out is great. It's at Felician University in Rutherford, New Jersey. March the 24th, starting at 7 o'clock. Also, March the 10th, I'll be performing in the Herpes Room at Black Betty's. It'll be the Nasty Show, me, Anthony Ennis, Jeffrey Paul, and a host of other comics who haven't been booked yet or have been and they haven't told me about. So definitely reach out and come on down to Black Betty's March the 10th and have yourself a good time. I'll... maybe we'll go upstairs and grab a drink, and I'll be grabbing strippers. So there's no way that won't happen. Edgar, all the time I'll be shouting out to you guys. Love your club, love your team. Can't wait to come out and see you this summer. Make sure I get a schedule. I want to come out and see you. Maybe I'll even announce the game for you. Also, even though Valentine's Day is today, go to GiselleBella.com. You get some great jewelry. She really knows how to put it together. Anything you want, she can make for you. She makes it all by hand. It's all great quality stuff. Can't say enough good things about it. So everybody go to GiselleBella.com. Remember, if you get her nice jewelry now, March 14th is going to be a happier day for you. Just warning you. Also, Monday nights from 7 to 9, tune into the Uncomfortably Funny podcast, hosted by Dave Hodjanowski, Anthony Ennis, and Shay Farrell, all coming from Pet Cemetery Studios. Everybody check them out. They're on Ustream, Facebook, Periscope. No reason not to check them out. They're all over social media. Also, most Wednesday nights, except recently, Animal House Radio. Check us out, 8:30 to 10:30, with hosts Carla Valeria, Gisela Bella, Paul Veneer, Shay Farrell, Dave Hodjanowski, and myself, all 6 of us. Except this week because Carla was too busy with Gisela and they're smooching. And also, remember, all of this comes to you on our favorite radio station from the internet itself, HamiltonRadio.net. Everybody tune in. We're usually on channel 2, I think, or one of those channels. Everybody who bothered to stay with me this whole time, I don't know what's wrong with you. I really enjoyed ranting like a lunatic tonight. That school shooting really got under my skin. Of course, I was pretty angry before that, so that's fine. But I had fun doing it. So everybody, I want everyone to go out, have a great rest of your Valentine's Day, or as I like to call it, Single Awareness Day. So everybody have a great time, and I will see you later. Everybody, see you next week.